Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another beautiful day. So this morning I'm going to touch on female nature and understanding female nature. Not too complicated at all. So I'll spend a little time here to give you guys some life hacks on understanding female nature. Now, what does all human beings have in common? I don't care where you are located, is survival. We all want to survive. And if you want to add that to females, just add 10x to that. And I noticed in the manosphere, as they call it, or red pill community, they have a term called hypergamy, which is a term used for a female maximizing her ability to obtain the highest quality man there is for reproduction purposes. Well, we all want to reproduce, male or female, it doesn't matter. That's just biologically who we are as the creature we are as human beings. Now, we all want to attract the highest male or female as possible. So this hypergamy could definitely be used on men as well. So most men in general, want to attract the highest quality female as possible based on the value they're bringing to the table, whether it be their looks, the resources they come into a relationship with. We all want to be with the highest quality person as possible that we can attract. And so do females. Females want to be with the highest quality men they can attract. And that would be for reproductive purposes, for the purpose of reproducing, having the highest quality DNA possible. So they want to be and choose with the highest quality male that they could possibly attract for reproduction as well as for a relationship. And it does take resources to raise a child, raise offspring, so they want to be with the man with the highest value, with the highest amount of resources as possible. So it's only natural. I mean, understanding the female nature, it's quite simple. I mean, if you've had sisters, or you had a mom and dad, and you saw how your mom operated with your dad, and understand the history and how they met and why they chose each other as partners and mates, that could help you understand. So again, women are just being women. Understanding evolution, study a little bit, and read up on, that's why it's important to read up on evolution, read up on the biology of women and the instincts of females. The foundation is basically the same, and then it just branches off from there based on the person itself, based on the chemical makeup of each person. Again, just like self-confidence, some have more than others, and you have to work on it if that's an area that you have a deficiency in. Some females have more hypergamy. They all have that. So that's just a term, a fancy term used to describe a woman's need to attract the highest value she could possibly, highest mate in value that she could possibly attract. So use that word. Again, it's just a matter of attracting the highest and best used male. It's all about reproduction, baby. That's all it is. So not too complicated. We all want to attract the highest quality male, female, for mating, for dating, for having fun, having great sex. So it's just a natural response. It's not a mystery. I mean, if you've dated a lot, it's right there in front of you. You learn by experience. So if you've dated a lot of women, or vice versa, what have you, then you've learned that. And what do we all want? We want the highest and most attractive or highest resource individual as possible. Women, are they attracted to looks? Absolutely. But depending on the stage of life they're in, that won't be as important anymore. When they're a lot younger, that's very important. As they reach the later 20s, early 30s, then their checklist becomes a lot smaller if they haven't attracted a long-term partner in their life. So, I mean, pretty simple stuff, man. I mean, it's not complicated, guys. Always go to the root of it all. If you want to understand something, go to the root. You always want to strategize. It's all about a strategy. It's the mating strategy. It's a mating game. I'm sure you all have basketball teams, football teams. What do you think they all do? They study the other team's strategy, right? Same thing, UFC, MMA, or if you're a judo person, karate person, you go against your opponent. You know your opponents. You know your opponent's strengths and weaknesses. Same blueprint, man, same blueprint. So, again, understanding female nature, simple. Just read a few books, get involved with life, get involved with the social scene, and what you learn in the books will be the same stuff you will learn with boots on the ground, except you'll have actual experience engaging with the opposite sex. Again, it's super easy, and the more you engage with the opposite sex and the more sexual experiences you have, the more you'll understand the nature of females. And it's not hard at all, man. Just spend a little time, get your ass out of bed, and focus on bettering yourself. So, number one, keep focusing on yourself, become the best version, follow your dreams, take action for your dreams to make them happen, and everything else will fall into place. And then, of course, the opposite sex, once you understand their nature better, again, it's just like understanding the other team. And everything else will fall into place, and just do it. Just go out there and date, have fun. Hopefully you're in a big, large city where there's a lot of opportunities, choices, and options. And you will just build your experience. And same time, again, focus on yourself, number one. And then the opposite sex will be just the byproduct of everything else you do, and you'll just be having fun. Understand the nature of women. Yes, they monkey branch, if you want to call that. That's just the way they are. Do they have male orbiters? Yes, they do. And so do a lot of high-value guys. So the guys do the same thing. But you just got to expect that. It's nothing new. Women are women. Some women will do it more than others. Women do need validation. They do need attention from the opposite sex. They also need attention from the same sex, but more from the opposite. If you're a low-grade guy, she'll probably keep looking for something else. So keep that in mind. So just enjoy the moment that you're with this gal. Look at her actions. Actions speak louder than words. Look at her relationship with her mom and her dad, particularly with her father. If it wasn't very good, then the likelihood of her needing additional validation from orbiting men will be a lot stronger. So it's just basic laws, basic tenets of life, understanding human nature, and you go from there. Not complicated, super easy. You don't need big fancy courses to figure this out, guys. Just focus on yourself, become the best version of who you are and what you can attract. And don't fool yourself. Be realistic. Look in the mirror. Work on yourself. Working on yourself never stops, never ends. It's constant development to the last day you close your eyes. Always keep that in mind, and you will attract the best version. You become the best version yourself, become successful, wealthy, and healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, and everything else falls into place. So again, women are attracted to resources. We all know that. And some more than others. It's important, but most females are very realistic. They're actually more realistic than we are with themselves and what they can attract. That's why you see some women with some guys that it makes you wonder sometimes why they're with. So it's because they realize, even though they may be attractive, whatever is ticking on the inside does not match what their outside is. So they will choose some guys based on what was available at that given period of time, where they're at, what city they're at. If they're in a small city with very low options and they're not ambitious career-wise to move out of that city, you're going to find them at that location and settling for something that they may not truly want. But women settle, and that's just the way they make decisions, and they base it based on that current opportunity, their age, their own ambition, what opportunities they have in front of them. So not too complicated. Again, just you guys focus on yourself. That's number one. Don't worry too much about the nature, but you should read. You should read just to better yourself, and if part of that reading is understanding female nature, then so be it. do that. But yes, they do monkey branch. Keep that in mind. They do have guys, I guess, in the manosphere or red pill, they call it the beta male, alpha male. So they definitely thrive for the alpha, and then sometimes ends up settling for the beta guy. But they do have these beta guys orbiting around them. And if you guys ever go through a rough patch, typically look no further than the current guys that are around them, because she will choose one of the better of them to get some validation if you guys are going through a rough patch or what have you. Just women are women, man. It's not a big deal. They do what they do. You do what you do. Understand your own tolerance level, your own requirements, what you're willing to put up with. Have your entry and exit plans. Simple as that. Don't overcomplicate this dating scene, man. It's simple. Focus on yourself, better yourself, become a world traveler. Learn about what is outside of your box. There's a huge world out there, man. And you know what? Focus on yourself, and then bring into your life only people that will only make you better and make you want to become the best version of yourself. So hopefully this helps. And you guys, you know, if you have any questions, just comment below. So like, subscribe, and comment below. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.